Alright, so welcome to this bullet journal video. I'm just going to check so that it's... yeah, okay, that's good. I've done this voiceover like 4 times and this time I'm not redoing it and this is just going to be it. But yeah, okay, so I'm starting up there showing you some of my monthly spreads. I go for the same style each month. And I'm using these pictures from Wildwood Soiree by Anis Gerard. And they're from the coloring book. And at the end of the book there were some printouts, which I am using then in my bullet journal. And yeah, I go for the same style every month using that. And you'll see me use... I've written down the titles of the months. And I have them in the end of my bullet journal and use the same style, I guess. And yeah, otherwise I've gravitated towards using collage in my journals. And I sort of go for this, I would call it minimalistic style. It's probably not that minimalistic, but it's a lot less collage than when I started out, at least. I've like gravitated towards smaller pieces and having more negative space, and yeah, a lot of the time of my journaling goes to choosing papers. I have like the themes I have are like color based, so well, this month you'll see me gravitate towards blue and purple in the end, but right now I'm pulling a lot of like garden pictures, you can see there, and I did the same last month. It was like green and white and grey was the theme, and now it's like green, blue and purple and grey maybe. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, and I'm totally in... I have so much collage pieces, and right now I'm really in love with the punch out circles. See, there's so many of them. I love them. But yeah, I bought like a new tool that does those for me, which I'm really happy about. And yeah, and I keep my collage pieces in this book, which I've like made pockets in. I saw, or many YouTubers do stuff like that, or many journalists, or you know. So I don't really know where I saw it first. But yeah, so I've like... it was just a book that was never going to be used anyway. It was either this or throw it away. But yeah, and then I have some stickers there also. They are from the Mambi line, I think it's called. I was into planning for a bit, you know, like doing... what's it called? Yeah, not bullet journaling, but when you, instead of doing bullet journals, you do like planner. You use planner stickers to plan your week. And I had a period where I was into that. And maybe it'll happen again. But right now I'm really gravitating towards, or I'm really enjoying this bullet journaling. The style also, like really loose. I barely measure anything, and or you know, use a ruler or do anything that's not, you know, just free-handed. So you'll see a lot of my like stuff turns out a bit wonky, but as long as everything is wonky, I think it's okay. It's when, or like in my eye at least, it looks alright if everything is in the same, everything is a bit messy. So yeah. And yeah, now I'm just starting to arrange some pieces, and yeah, this is going to be a bit of a chatty voiceover, so I'm going to talk about, I don't know, different stuff. We'll see. But yeah, my bullet journal, the journal I'm using is Electrum, and it's one of their new ones, like I think it's called Bullet Journal 2.0 or something like that. It has thicker paper than their usual notebooks. I think it's like 120 GSM, and I don't have it in front of me to check right now. But yeah, the first pages also had like some I think there was like the title future log was written down. Oh, and there were some stickers also that came with the journal that I've used a bit. Were like stickers for the months and the dates. Yeah. So I'm really, you'll see me try to like get these two pieces into the spread. I end up going with something totally different in the end, you'll see. But yeah. Yeah. So I have like, I don't start my bullet journals at the start of the year. When my first bullet journal I started in like June 2020, so it already went a bit awry there. Oh, and here I noticed that on the back side of those two small squares, there's like really beautiful pictures there too that really match her dress in the color. And I was like itching to use that theme instead. And if you hear someone galloping in the background, that's Sergei, my cat. Yeah. But, oh yeah, so I was really like gravitating for a while there towards, or I wanted to use those white colors to match her dress instead. But then I decided against it, and the reason why I did that was because it was a bit too similar to my theme from the last month. So yeah, I really like that piece that's in the corner there, the green tree piece. I think that's, oh yeah, and most of my collage pieces are like, they're scavenged a bit like a la Didi Willingham, so from magazines. And I think that piece with the green was from Interior Design magazine, and it was just an oil painting in the background, and I really love that. Yeah, I used to keep all my collage pieces in a box, but it got really, it's hard to find something when you have to go through a box, so instead I put it in that book. And that's not optimal either. I've seen other people online use like a folder with transparent pockets, so that makes it easier to see the pieces in the pockets. But yeah, no, the the book works for me. Yeah, and you can see I'm not measuring anything. I'm just going. Yeah, sometimes I mark things out with the pencils, and sometimes I don't even do that. And I've just, for things like this, so for bullet journaling, that's something that I need to do every month. I have to, or need to in you know, such quotation marks. You don't need to do anything, but I feel like I use my bullet journal a lot, and it needs to be, I like that it's pretty. I use it more because it's pretty, but it can't be too, at least for me, it can't be too particular. I can't be putting too much energy into making it look pretty. For me personally, that's the way it is, because yeah, I don't know. It's just I wouldn't, because I have moments where I don't feel creative, and it needs to be just creative enough. I don't know, it's yeah, I can't really explain it, except to say that maybe like having a doodly theme I think wouldn't work for me. It would just burn out my creativity. To have to, or to feel like I have to decorate every page in doodles. So that's why collage is working for me, because I don't really need to be, I get to be creative, and it turns out pretty in the end in my eyes, but it doesn't have to be a real harsh, a big effort. So this is working fine for me. And yeah, now finally the blue is turning up, see? Slowly but surely. yeah, I do end up using one of those big stickers I had there. You'll see, that's nice. Oh yeah, and here I stick this down a bit too wonky, so I have to peel it off and redo it. And that's always a bit of a hassle. And I have torn both pieces and what's it called? Both pieces and pages. But hey, it's alright. It turned out alright in the end. Yeah, and I really like that applier tool. It makes everything a lot less messy. Yeah, I think this is it for the title page. Oh no, I need to glue those down also. And oh no, that's right, there's a sticker coming up also. Okay, now I'm looking at my washi tape. Alright, so yeah, I've transferred a lot of my washi tape into these tags. It makes it easier to store, and yeah, I kind of like that. I don't think I pick a washi tape here, but later on I pick a grey one. Oh, and here we go with the evening light. Someday soon I will probably buy better light to film with, but right now I'm just having to use either my desk lamp or the sun, and as you might know, when the sun goes down, it, shocker, becomes dark. So yeah, there we go, gluing down that sticker, cutting the corners. Yeah, I did the page that you saw that there. The previous page is like my the quarterly check-in, I guess people call it. I really like looking at Journal with Raksha, I think her channel is called. Oh, and by the way, that line turned out way too wonky, but I am totally blaming getting stuck in the elastic, okay? I can do okay straight lines, but that was just, yeah. I think I go in with some white out to correct that a bit. Oh yeah, and then there's Sergei coming in. He decided he wanted to be the project I should work on. He's so pretty. But yeah, what I was saying was that yeah, planning with Raksha, she has really good tips for more mindful journaling, I guess. So one of the things I picked up from her is the Wheel of Life, I think she calls it, and I really like that, to like try to measure out the balance of stuff that's happening in my life. So what you do is, she explains it much better. I'll link her video in my description, but she like if you divide your life up in different categories, and then you set from 0 to 10 where you would like that category to be. So for me it's like, for example, creativity, I have that, or no, I have like music and art separately. I know that music is part of art, but you know. Anyway, I have those two separately, and then, for example, for music, I would like to have it in my life at or you know, spend time on it, so that I would feel that it was like, I don't know, a 7. And right now I'm probably more on a 4. So that means I would like to increase the time or energy I put into music, while when it comes to art, I would like maybe to be on a 6 or 7 again, and I feel like I'm probably at 7 already. So that means, you know, just keep going, it's fine. And that's just a way to like see. And I have things, you know, like family and relationships and hanging out or new experiences. Yeah, so that's really a really good thing, I think, to get a bit mindful about where you're putting your energy and time. Anyway, go watch her video, it's really good. Even if you're not into bullet journaling, I think like that exercise is actually good for anyone. Yeah, so here I was a bit stuck, and when I get stuck and don't know what to do, like you probably saw me moving around pieces crazily for a long while. When I get stuck, I usually go and do something else. So here I am procrastinating from deciding upon which pieces to choose by gluing down a large sticker. And now in a perfect world, I would like that sticker to be on top of everything in the end, because it has like this foiling, which is really pretty, and I would like to be that foiling to be on top. But I was stuck, I glued it down, it's fine, it served its purpose, and yeah, I really like the end result anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, another thing that's kind of fun when you look at, or for me when I look at this video, is the pieces that keep reoccurring. There's like there's a piece with weird green decoration on top. It'll turn up again. It's already like been the star of the show for like on 5 different occasions or something, and I don't end up using it at all in this spread, but I love that piece. So someday soon, yeah. Still trying around the layout, and yeah. Oh, and here's that dark green washi tape I was talking about earlier. And see me playing around with the negative spaces there, trying to see how to make it all go together. And as I said, I'm obsessed with those circles. And here's my favorite washi tape right now. I love those bees. It's from my local art shop, and those bees are like, have a golden finish to them. Love that. And now I'm just, oh yeah, I also like in my coloring books and everything, I like to return to previous, or in my bullet journal I return to like my previous spreads to make them more uniform. So if I introduce, I don't know, week 4, if I for some reason introduce an extra paper piece, I might go back to my earlier spreads and put in that paper to make it all cohesive. And yeah. Oh yeah, and there I end up writing the month. In the beginning I didn't want to write the name of the month at all on my monthly spreads, but it's easier to find a month when you're flipping through your bullet journal if it's written up in somewhere. So and I didn't feel like introducing a new way to write the name of the month each month, so instead I'm just scribbling it up in the corner, and it's fine. It's a style, it's a choice. Oh yeah. So here's the next pages I'm doing are my weekly spreads, and they're really, I use my weekly spreads almost not at all. Yeah, the way I use my bullet journal is the way I've used lists my whole life. Yeah, it's the way I personally keep my mind on track, and yeah, on really bad days it's and it's not as if I mean, yeah, it's not as if I really have big mental health struggles, but I do like have off days when the only thing that makes me like go up and do stuff is writing down a list. So it can be like, you know, go up, take a shower, make breakfast, eat it. stuff like that. Really basic human functioning stuff, but in a list, and then I can like tick them off and get stuff done. And then I like trick myself into putting other tasks into those like bigger tasks, like I don't know, calling that phone call that you don't want to do. Yeah, I quite like this layout right now, actually. It's a pity I think I didn't go for that. I don't really have my bullet journal in front of me, so I don't remember what I exactly went for. But yeah, we'll see. This also works. That's nice. Okay, procrastinating by putting stuff away, coming back to it. It's a whole... no, don't put it away. Okay. That piece is also nice, though. Okay, cutting it down. But yeah, so I use my bullet journals for those lists. And now, normally bullet journal lists, I think, put those lists in their like daily spreads. But oh, that's also nice. I think I go for that. Sorry, got distracted. But procrastinating by gluing down the sticker. Okay, here we go. But for me, that stressed me out a bit, writing down the lists and keeping track of the date at the same time. For some reason, I don't know. I have a struggle with keeping track of dates. Okay, it can stress me out. Okay, so going for something different here. Oh yeah, I think I went for this, and here I am trying to put the trying to get the negative space to look pretty. And I have like shaky hands. That's totally my mother's fault. Because of her genes, not because of anything she did. But yeah, anyway, where was I? Writing lists. Oh yeah, and keeping track of dates. That can stress me out, and that's been my thing. Like, that's why I had a hard time writing a diary also, because I thought you had to write a date and you had to start with Dear Diary, and that doesn't work for me for some reason. But if I instead ignore the date and write down right now, so like right now I need to get this done, this is my to-do list right now, that works better. So what I ended up in my first bullet journal, I ended up using the brain dump a lot, the brain dump spread, but and not writing the to-do list down in the days, because some days I need a lot of lists, and some days I don't need any lists at all, and it didn't work. Yes, Sergei disturbing the whole thing again. Okay, continuing on. So it was a bit yeah, so instead I just you'll see the last spread I do is the one I use the most. It's just a blank set of pages where I will write my list, and then I use my weekly spreads. Then my weeklies are just, you see here, a Dutch door with a bit of space for each week, and I write down the events or, you know, things you want to keep track of. Yeah, I'm not organized enough to actually have to be consistent about how big I write the titles for the weeks. So I always need to recount how many spaces will be for each day. Yeah, and it's kind of a weird thing. In Slovenia you don't keep track of the week number, but in Sweden you really do. Like even when talking just with friends, we can be like, okay, can we meet up week 20? Like, you know, you actually use the week numbers when planning stuff, which is yeah, it's a cultural thing. Yeah, and here I noticed that on week 21 there, the days are a bit too far to the left, and it will keep bugging me until this month is over. Because when I do my Dutch doors, I like it to be pretty whichever way the door lays. And a Dutch door, by the way, is just, you know, this page cut in down the middle. So I want it to be pretty if it's lying on the right or if it's lying on the left. And right now, there's that piece with the green thing. Yeah, that up in the left corner. I really like that piece, and I don't end up using it. And I think it's been like... I've tried to put it on the page many times. But yeah, here you see, when it's lying like that, it's cutting the words down the middle, and that's bugging me so much. Should have thought about that before I started writing. But hey, that's how it goes. I don't know what I'm doing now. No idea what's happening. I have no memory of this. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I was like, because that the Dutch door thing was disturbing me, so I thought maybe a thing like this could distract a bit from it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's still not... Oh, I really dislike that. Maybe I should go in with whiteout and just move them a bit, the words. But then I will have lots of whiteout on the whole page. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough. Right, back to the pages where I will put my lists. So the actual pages I will be using. Right now I have a list that says buy chewing gum. Or it's not even a list, it's one point. But yeah, I'm a bit addicted to chewing gum. I like feeling fresh. But yeah, okay. So cutting a Dutch door here as well. I think I just did that, right? Yeah. And gluing stuff down. I think I lost some footage from the final decorating of these pages, but you'll still see me do most of the things, I think. Oh yeah, having to restick again. It's not even that bad, and I don't know if it even becomes any better, but hey. Alright. It's raining outside. You can hear the cars a lot. I should have closed the window, but here we are. And I'm not redoing this video. I am not. Or this voiceover. I'm just not. Okay, having to take that again. Let's go for take 2. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, I cut it down a bit. See, will get a bit straighter. Or not. Oh my god, that's really not straight. Okay, that's better. That's not though. Okay. Oh well, moving on. At least there's some pretty bees down there, okay? Yeah, so I think I glued that piece down, and then I do some decorating that you won't see. Oh no, that's I'm getting ahead of myself. I barely remember what I did. But yeah, so I really like cutting things into shapes. Like I like circles and squares, and yeah, I don't know, it's a really, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing I started doing. I think I started it at the end of my last bullet journal. I will someday, hopefully, maybe film a flip through of that one, because it's kind of interesting to see my style go from really like having the whole page colored in collage, and then learning along the way. So yeah, this is my third bullet journal actually. Yeah, the first one lasted me for from I think about June 2020 to, ooh, what can it be? Maybe September. No, it has to be more. I don't know, sometimes in the winter of 2020. And then, oh yeah, okay, we're at the end already. And then the next one lasted me for about 6 months again. Yeah, so this is just showcasing how it turned out in the end. So we have my monthly page with like those weird decorations there. Still a pity that the sticker is underneath, but you can see it shining there a bit. It's nice. And then we have my weekly spreads with the horrible Dutch door. But yeah, the decoration is kind of nice, and you can see it's wonky and all, but I like that. And yeah, and here are then my lists pages with a bit of extra decorations, and there were some things already written there, so I censored that. And yeah, these are the extra decorations there on the right. So that's it for this video actually. Oh no, that's not right. Okay, as a bonus, here's my coloring journal pages for May. So I went for these really pretty blue things. I got that from I think the book is called Accidentally Wes Anderson, and I've taken it apart, and that's just, yeah. You're just gonna have to live with me mutilating books. But yeah, so that's it for this video. See you in the next one.